Hey everybody, it's Taz from Taz's Wig Closet. Today I'm going to do a beauty product review. It just seemed like a few years ago I started to notice some wrinkling at the neck, some droopy skin in the upper neck, and this has been something that I've been focused on for the last couple of years. It just seemed like I went to bed one night, woke up in the morning, and there they were. I think after turning 50, you just really start to see a loss of collagen, and the aging process does seem to speed up quite a bit. So it doesn't help much that I'm on my computer all day long. I'm also on my phone and my iPad where I'm constantly looking down, and so I'm starting to see the creases forming in a horizontal way right across my neck. So I found this product and it really helps me. They're called the Blumbody Neck Pads. They're silicone neck pads that are designed to prevent wrinkles on your neck. They also firm and revitalize the area. I really notice a difference. If you expand the description box below, I have a link to these items on Amazon. They're also located in my favorite beauty items section of my Amazon store. This product box contains 2 neck pads and it runs right around $20. So Blumbody also offers this very same type of a pad for the décolleté and also certain parts on the face. I have only used the neck pads so far and have had really nice luck. So the first time that I wore these, I only wore them for about an hour, which is a little less than what is directed. And I was amazed when I took the pad off. The wrinkling was a little softened. It was harder to actually see the creases, so I could see results right away. The second time I wore them for several hours. And when I removed it, it was just so soft. The skin seemed tighter and the wrinkles were attenuated and softened to the point where I could barely even notice that they were there. So the more often that you wear these as directed, I think you can prevent new wrinkles from forming just by bringing that moisture into the skin. But also it really softens the existing wrinkles by working on the outer layer of the skin. I'll show you how these work. So here's what the neck pad looks like. It's pure silicone and it's not very wide. It's flimsy and soft. It's very soft and on one side, and on the other side it's tacky. And that tackiness is what is going to help it adhere to the neck. When you apply the pad, just make sure that there's no air bubbles, okay? So work it around your neck. I apply it to the middle first and then work it around. And this is what it's supposed to look like, okay? Now that's gonna stay where you put it. Now this pad that I'm showing you here, I have used and reused over and over again. Typically you're going to get probably 3 to 4 weeks, depending how often you use the pad. What happens is when you first get the pad out and you use it, it stays on very nicely, even when you move around and so forth. During subsequent use, you can start to see, especially if you're moving your head around a lot like I am, started to come up here on the sides a little bit, and I would just kind of tack it right back down. So remember now, these are reusable. So you can wash these pads. Each one of the boxes will include a little soap, and that soap you use to clean the pad. I do not clean my pad every single time. What happens is that the dead skin cells and things can come off and adhere to the tacky portion of the pad. So every so often you're going to want to cleanse it, and you hold it under cool water and you just use a circular motion on the tacky part of the pad along with the soap, and then just let it dry. The tackiness will return. It just won't be as strong as it was when the pad was brand new. because the pad doesn't adhere as much as it used to, it still has all of its effectiveness. So the trick is just to hold it in place. That will help it last longer. You can get more uses from it. So there's a couple of things that I do. I actually purchased some surgical tape for babies because I'm a big baby. I don't want the tape to rip my hair and hurt. So this is used on baby skin. And all I do is cut a couple pieces, attach it to either side, and kind of tack it down on my neck, and it literally doesn't move. But the other thing that I do, and if you're a wig wearer, you may just have one of these lying around. This is a Wig Grip. And what I do is I just stretch that around, and then I use a little claw clip that I would normally use on my wigs just to hold it into place. So you can adjust how tight it is so you're not getting headaches or anything else. It doesn't look bad, so you're not walking around real funny looking in front of your husband. But this will just keep it on so that you can get more length out of your wear. So while this is on, I'll show you the packaging. It comes in an absolutely beautiful box. And this is something that you can store it in. When you're done using it, you're going to return it to the box. This one here is brand new. I ended up purchasing 2 boxes, and I've been using this particular neck pad now for about 2 months. It's still working wonderfully. So for safety, they have little seals on the side, a little box within a box. Okay. So here's your instruction pamphlet, how to wash it and so forth. And so this sealed envelope contains 2 of these neck pads. So when you're done, you just return it to the box. It doesn't need to be airtight. So we're going to take a look at the results so far. And I actually used one yesterday, so it still had some effect. It feels plump. It feels rejuvenated. It feels, I mean, there's some real tightening of the skin. But I am just getting such great results with this. And for $20, which is $10 per neck pad, I can use this neck pad for a couple of months before I decide to replace it. And the product suggestions are probably to replace it a little more often. I'm just letting you know that I'm a cheapskate and I like to make my things last as long as possible. And as long as they continue to work for me, then I'll continue to use them. Now, if you're wearing them every single day, they even suggest that you can sleep with them on, and that'll probably give you even more benefits the longer you wear them. So I'm probably wearing them every other day or so for a few hours. I am probably going to step that up a little bit just to prevent the new wrinkles from coming in. But I'm just amazed at how plump and moisturized and firm the skin is compared to before I started to use this product. So I suggest that just for a quick lift, if you're going somewhere, if you really need a quick treatment, apply this for an hour or so, however long you have, and you're going to see lasting results throughout your evening. If you use them on a regular basis, a daily basis is probably going to give you your most benefit, which is going to prevent the new wrinkles and just give you some real tightening and rejuvenation of the skin. If you have used these before, I would love to hear from you. We would just like to see what your experience was with them. We'll see you next time on Taz's Wig Closet.